The fallout from Kanye West and white supremacist booger-eating Nick Fuentes having lunch with Donald Trump was going on repeatedly, even on right-wing websites all week. First off, we're going to start talking about how, Milo not looking good. I will give it to Milo. He is a fucking chameleon. This dude changes his looks more than I do. Always looking different, but also not looking good, Milo. What is going on? But Kanye, of course, trying to hang out with the worst fucking people he can possibly hang out with. I guess because being edgy is the only thing he cares about now. He's just trying to burn it all to the ground. It's almost like him and Elon, they have this oppression fetish where they want people to shit on them, so they continuously act the worst way they can possibly act, so people criticize them, so then they can say, oh my God, everybody's so mean to me. But you might want to check some of the past messages that Milo left about you, Kanye. Milo, Kanye is gay. Don't make me keep saying it. Most rappers are homo. Kanye is pretty pathetic figure now. Kanye is very gifted homosexual. I'd kill Kanye because he's gay. Back when Kanye was cool, especially the black homosexual Kanye West. This was earlier this year, folks. He was talking shit about you nonstop. And like, oh, maybe Kanye is gay. Maybe he wants that white meat. Maybe. He's dicking Milo. I'm just saying, I don't know, folks. I have no idea. But I'm just saying they're definitely fucking. I have no clue, no evidence, but they are definitely having homosexual intercourse together. 100%. Don't know, but it's happening. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, these two lovebirds had dinner together the other night. Because why wouldn't they?
What's up, Ye?
Hey. I think the entrance is this one. Oh, sorry.
I guess Milo's his manager now. He's got to get tables for Kanye now.
It's already set up for 6, so you can go ahead.
And of course, I've already pointed out the multiple incredibly racist things Milo has said. I mean, he's a con man, right? He's just a piece of shit that will say anything he could possibly think of to get attention and money. And he's turned to racism, homophobia, transphobia, just like all these right-wing shitheads do. So not surprising to see Kanye buddy with him. He's also hanging out with Ray J that night. Apparently Ray J is that dude who railed Kim Kardashian in that viral video. I never saw that video. Wink. Anyway, I guess they're best buddies now. And then Boogery Nick Fuentes went public to brag about how Trump was saying how cool and smart he was. This is going to have a very negative effect, I think. Already is on Trump and his campaign, but let's listen to him brag about how cool Trump thought he was.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to come across smug or anything, because I don't think that's really the right tone. I think it's kind of like, it's probably like tacky or whatever, but you know, there's some smugness. Because like everybody hated on me. I feel like I'm entitled to that a little bit. Everybody hated on me forever. And
still are, motherfucker.
It's up, you know? Trump told me he liked me. Dude, I was just like, oh my gosh. You know? Trump was like, I like you. I was like, me?
Oh, Trump likes a white supremacist?
Smart. Where did you find this guy? I was like, yeah. Hello, Epic Department. Hello, Awesome Department. So, yeah, that felt good. That felt good. You know, I'm not really an emotional guy or anything, but that was just like, okay, let's go. That was like life complete. You know, life complete.
I wish.
So I literally had Thanksgiving dinner with Ye and Donald Trump. So crazy, right?
Not really.
My two heroes. And they both love
I'm sure
me.
Kanye was your hero
Thanksgiving
until
dinner. It's like a dream come true. I literally woke up the next day and I was like, is this real life? Am I alive?
It is real life.
Think about it. Thanksgiving dinner, Ye and Trump. And Trump is telling me, I like you. You're a smart guy and all this. Unbelievable.
Yep. Not surprising that this is what this trash world rewards. One of the most racist pieces of shit in the world. Leader of one of the biggest white supremacist organizations in the world. Why would he not be hanging out with super famous rich Kanye West and Donald Trump, former president, just makes sense in this hellscape timeline in which we live, right? You know it's bad when Ben Shapiro starts making sense, folks.
Little Ben Shapiro is like, a good way not to accidentally dine with a vile racist and anti-Semite you don't know is not dying with a vile racist and anti-Semite you do know.
And nailed it. Exactly right. Trump trying to play it off like, I had no idea who Nick Fuentes is. Don't believe you, but even if you didn't, the fact that you knew who Kanye West was, you knew Kanye West had gotten in a lot of trouble for all his anti-Semitism lately. You knew what he was, and you invited him to have lunch any fucking way. You were inviting that shit into your goddamn life. So take some responsibility now. I know you won't because you don't do that, but you should, motherfucker. Then they set off kind of a public feud between Kanye West
and Benny Shapiro.
Apparently, Kanye West is letting Nick Fuentes tweet for him. There's a good life decision. I don't know which of these tweets is actually from Kanye or which is from Nick Fuentes, but Kanye West's official account, once again, has been taken over by white supremacists, one of the leaders of the largest white nationalist movement in the world, Nick Fuentes, and posting on Twitter because Elon Musk just reinstated Kanye's account. So Elon Musk just reinstated personally an account that's posting for the largest white supremacist, white nationalist group in the world. You want to know why Apple is thinking about abandoning you, kicking you off their service? You want to know why advertisers have fled en masse, Elon? Keep telling everybody it's about free speech. That's nothing to fucking do with that. It's because you purposely are destroying the site and making it brand unsafe for everybody. Anyway, Ye says Shapiro starvingly accepts $100,000 from one of my opponents, then tries to trash me. I guess Ron DeSantis paid $100,000 to Ben Shapiro's Daily Wire, which is also an interesting point. You have these politicians directly paying these online right-wing influencers. Obviously, this is a conflict of interest. Obviously, this is a reason that Ben Shapiro is going to suck Ron DeSantis' dick because you're giving him money. But of course, conservatives don't give a shit about any of this. We know they don't care about any of this. They like it when their side is corrupt. And then Kanye says, as much as Ben and I disagree, I pray he joins me in saving our country. You know what they say? Love your enema. I mean, spelling's not my core competency when I'm sleepy or when you're awake. If Nick keeps tweeting from my account, the only platform I'll have left is Truth Social. So he's admitting he's letting Nick Fuentes, the largest white supremacist leader in the world, post from his account. Good going, Elon. Super cool. Great changes you're making.
And so Ben Shapiro fires back and says, sadly, you've trashed yourself. You didn't need my help. It wasn't me. It wasn't the Jews. It was just you.
And I can't believe I'm agreeing with little Benny Shapiro, but he's right. He's right on this one, goddammit. The worst person in the world is right. And then, here's the person you're letting take over Kanye's account, Elon Musk. Here's the person you're hanging around with, Kanye. Here's your new best friend. Here's who you're having lunch with, Donald Trump.
To have a civilization, you need to have class, okay? When I say class, I mean classes. You need to have commoners and aristocrats and kings, and we don't have that anymore. There's no semblance of that. There's no semblance of society, meaning like clubs and people knowing each other and this sort of large amounts of social capital being in.
Yeah, there's no class system in our society anymore, is there, folks? We're all just equal now. Class has been eradicated, hasn't it? Good God, these people.
Invested in particular kinds of things. It's not there. It's not there in the universities. It's not in the designer brands. Not in the industry. In industry, it doesn't exist anymore. We've just got this big N-word free-for-all. It's a big end-up, N-rified, J-ified free-for-all. We live in Africa with more stuff, okay?
So this is kind of interesting what he's saying here. He's saying, instead of saying the N-word, he's saying the N-word, you know? He's not saying the racial slur directly. He's saying the N-word. Why? Why is he saying the N-word instead of the real word? I thought you people hated political correctness. This is the one thing you guys are furious about all the time. Not saying the words that you want to say just because you're so pussy you can't say them. Why are you doing that, Nick? Huh? Interesting. I mean, he's still being racist as fuck, but the fact that he's being politically correct now is very telling. Go ahead.
We live in Africa or Mexico with more stuff. We live in a big Middle Eastern bazaar. We're a big fucking Middle Eastern bazaar with people sitting on blankets and selling cockroaches on sticks and rugs.
Yeah, none of that is true, but nice going, Kanye. Way to signal boost for racism. Totally cool. And at least Kanye West has the white supremacy vote locked down. He's locked down Nick Fuentes' vote, and all the white supremacists are coming out of the woodwork to show their support for Kanye West. Yes, Kanye West is black. I'm aware of this. But as long as he's willing to push white supremacist narratives, as long as he's willing to implement Christian nationalism, they don't give a shit if he's black or not. In fact, they prefer it because it helps them run interference and claim, hey, we're not racist. We support a black guy who just happens to spread all the white supremacist talking points we do and wants to implement all the same white supremacist agendas we do. It's the same way how the Proud Boys made a person of color their leader. Well, behind the scenes, they were calling them racial slurs and saying they were going to get rid of him. But they were admitting behind the scenes the reason they did this is because it gave them cover. Because no one could accuse them of being a racist organization as long as they had a figurehead who was black or of color. And this is exactly what white supremacists are doing. Here's neo-Nazi Andrew Anglin.
Ye is out there saying Christianity. And there's a lot of people who that will resonate with, who would prefer that to, you know, Judaism. And what we got with Trump was not really that great. I mean, I've always said I support Trump because there's nobody else. You know, I mean, people have said, oh, you're going to support this guy after what he did to the January 6th protesters. And it's like, well, so tell me who else. Say somebody else.
Literally anybody on earth.
And it's like, well, these people don't say anything. So it's really just emotional nonsense when people whined about me saying, well, we got to go with Trump. There's nobody else. But now that Ye's out there, well, there is somebody else. And it's the right thing to do to support the guy who is promoting Christianity and who is attacking the Jews. That's the right thing to do. Whatever, I mean, if he's going to win or not is irrelevant. I mean, you have to do what is the right thing to do, and it's the right thing to support the guy who's promoting a Jesus message.
That's right, promoting Christianity and attacking the Jews. I morally have to support this guy for being anti-Semitic. It's what Jesus would want me to do. The one thing I know about Jesus is how much he hated Jews.